decluttering your mind
and your living area and your living space,
and how that can affect your mental health and make you actually feel a whole lot better. That's what we're going to be chatting about
in this week's episode of
Get Real with the English Sisters with Violetta
and Yutka.
Yeah.
So welcome to today's episode. Right.
Welcome.
Yeah, so this is all about...
decluttering. How many of us actually hate decluttering? How many of us actually love it? I think the people that love it haven't got much clutter.
No, that's pretty obvious. Yeah, if you love it, I think you're going to be constantly at it, aren't you?
Because I think it's a bit like washing your hair. If you're constantly decluttering, your hair never gets that dirty.
Exactly. Yeah. I quite like decluttering, actually.
I do enjoy it.
Yeah, I do enjoy, like getting rid of stuff, but sometimes it's hard as well. Gosh.
I think it's so hard when you've got like stuff that belongs to stuff that still belongs to our mum and dad.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. Like all these memories that are attached to certain objects.
And especially when they're big objects.
Oh my God, when it's like furniture,
yeah,
what do you do?
We've got we've got
like mum and dad's furniture.
Mum and dad are no longer alive. They haven't been for many years now, and we have the furniture at our house.
Yes.
And we've still got a beautiful old-fashioned bed, the one that they used to
four-poster bed.
And it's so pretty. And I've got it in the spare room now, but now my daughter's saying, Mum, we need a proper bed because it's tiny, because it's like from the Victorian time, so it's like a mini bed. I don't even think it's a queen for the English. For English, right. I think it's even like it's tiny. It's supposed to be a double bed, but it's supposed to be tiny.
Because once upon a time, double beds were tiny, weren't they? Especially in Europe.
Tall.
No, they weren't as tall.
And she said, Mum, you have to give it away or, do something. We need a proper bed in there when we come because it's too tight. In her room, she's got, but when it gets really hot, they go downstairs because it's cooler.
Yeah, so, I know. What do you do with that kind of stuff?
I don't know what to do with it. And I really don't want to give it away.
No, I think you've got to keep that one. That's not really part of, decluttering, it is part of decluttering.
Because the hard part about decluttering is decluttering stuff that you want.
What do you
still mean? Want, because you still have like ties to it.
Yeah, but when I say decluttering, in my mind, I just think it's something that like, okay, like that Marie Kondo, where she says, does it give you joy? Like the bed gives you joy still. So it's something, it goes in the keep list. It would give me joy, but I don't know where to put it.
Yeah, but it gives me joy, but there's no space for it.
Yeah, okay.
So that's a difficult one. But anyway,
sometimes
we're not going to get bogged down with that one. Just because I've got to do something with that doesn't mean that we have to get like...
No, I know what you mean.
You mean like as if you've got old pots and pans in the kitchen, things like that are broken.
Well, oh God, yeah. I've got quite a few of them myself that are broken, especially those non-stick pans. They've got all scratches on them, so I'm supposed to be throwing them away.
Yeah. Recycling
them. Recycling them, but you have to take them to a special recycle place. All those kind of things
you put off.
I do put them off. Yeah, so things.
But then
like
when
that.
you do it makes you feel great.
It does,
because then the kitchen looks so nice.
And then it's the same in every room, really. Every room would have a good decluttering. It takes time, though, doesn't it?
First of all, it takes a hell of a lot of time and energy. And you have to be in the right mood, because if you're not, it just turns into a disaster and you'll make more of a mess than if you hadn't started decluttering. How many times have we started? I remember, I don't do it now, but a long time ago, I used to get all my wardrobe out, put it all on the bed, and then I'd be exhausted, and I wouldn't. And then you start staring at things, and you think, do I want that? Do I don't? Where does it go? No.
I could still use that. Where does
sometimes.
It live? Yeah. Oh no.
Then you get into a terrible mess with things
No.
That's probably something to do. We used to do it together, didn't we? And it was a lot easier.
Yes, it is easy.
Something
with a friend.
Maybe you can get a friend over and just have a little party while you're doing it.
Yes, we did. Yeah,
have
you're
some
right.
Tea or a few drinks if you're into, a few cocktails if you're into.
Not too many, because then you won't do a thing. But just
you'll either end up chucking everything out or nothing.
Yeah, but just yes.
But make it more into a little party.
And then it's also quite nice if you do have a few friends over, because they might say, "Hey, I really like that.
Yeah,
and I've always loved
really
that
good,
outfit. Yeah. Can I have it?" And then you think, "Oh, great! At least you're not, just literally, somebody that you even care for is going to have it, which is really nice." But a lot of the times it's just a question of just getting out the bin and just chucking things away. You've got to do it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you've got to do it. Well, I know when I'm in those moods, I'm going to get a lot
done.
But
then you get them out of the bin.
No, I do not get them out.
I know a lot of people that do.
You do that.
I don't do that.
Haven't you thought of it before? No.
Not now, I don't. Maybe before I used to.
Used to say, "Oh no, I think I've chucked that away," or "I should have done that." Oh dear me. But I mean, there's nothing better than actually having that clean space to look at, I
have to do it again now, because I looked at my wardrobe today and
mine's a bit of a mess.
We've got big houses but tiny wardrobes. I don't know why, but we have. And they're like medieval wardrobes. They're absolutely tiny.
Especially yours.
Mine is so small. In a way, it's good because it stops you. I have to go through my clothes every year, twice a year, and just give away what I don't use.
I must say, with English sisters, it's got a lot easier, because with this brand that we wear the same clothes.
We have to give them both away at the same time, don't we?
We do, but it helps, doesn't it? Because we do it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that helps a lot. But yes, it's...
But I think
we're quite good at that now.
Yeah,
Come on.
But I think decluttering your mind as well, because I think the two and two kind of go together. Because if you declutter your wardrobe and your house where you live, your space that you live in, it also allows you to feel a bit more free mentally.
Because the funny thing is that the clutter that's around your living area sort of clutters inside your mind as well. It occupies space. You wouldn't think of that. You wouldn't think it's occupying space in my mind, but it does. It's like that bed you're saying,
every few years it comes back to haunt me. What am I going to do with it? I managed to repurpose it and it looks really cute in the room. First it belonged to it was my son's
room. Yeah.
It was
because there's a kid's bed. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, and
it's
and
beautiful.
Now it's been repurposed downstairs in the spare room, but now I'm scratching my head. What do I do with it? And I don't want to just dismantle it and just put it in the
canteen or something.
Where we the room where we keep all the stuff we don't use in. I don't want to do
That's
that.
a clutter room.
I didn't actually want to say it was a clutter room, but it is.
It is
and it goes in there for years and years, and then it has to get decluttered. But anyway, I think that part of the stuff that's physical is also occupying mental space.
That's exactly, it does occupy mental space. Because if you
have, for instance, if you at home have too many clothes, for instance, does that mean that you buy too many things? You have maybe a slight shopping addiction? If you find that, you'll find that
whatever you've got too much
connected.
Of. Yeah.
The two are kind of they're not separate, are they?
No, they're definitely not separate.
Because maybe if in the kitchen you've got so many cooking utensils, does that mean maybe you've got too many? Maybe you're a bit of a
Yeah.
You go on the,
And that's occupying your mental space. And the thing about it is that what we really need to do is to free up our minds, to free them more and more, so that we have space for innovation, space for thinking, and space for being creative.
Yeah.
And sometimes you think, I don't know how to be creative. No, you don't know how to be creative because you're involved in the clutter. Your mind is cluttered. and sometimes it's cluttered with old thoughts and old feelings,
absolutely.
and feelings of regret, and you know, lots of old things that are no longer needed anymore. You know,
yeah, so if you just think, especially if you have recurring thoughts that are no longer needed, you can actually say, is this thought actually needed now?
Yeah.
Just ask yourself that question. That's a way of decluttering your mind. And then if it's no longer needed, you say, I'm going to put this thought
You're right,
to
yeah,
rest.
especially with recurring thoughts that keep
Put it
on
to
popping
rest.
up. And you think, how many times have I had this thought? How useful is this thought for me?
How many years has this thought occupying my brain?
Yeah, there's a part of my mind that has been involved. There is something going on in there. So let's let it go now. Perhaps it's time to get rid of it or recycle it. Think of it in a different way.
Yeah.
So perhaps that thing that you've been thinking about, maybe there's a different way of thinking about it. Maybe there's a way of kind of like putting it into a new light, seeing it as perhaps something that happened to you that maybe has brought about, you know, a change in you that could be seen in a different way. So there's many ways of looking at something.
Yes.
That
to get different perspectives.
Yes,
and
even
get
something that happened to you that was an unfortunate event could be seen in a different way now, perhaps. You know, you've learned, you've grown, you got feedback from it, whatever it was. So there are many ways of, if you don't want to just get rid of it completely, you think of recycling it, but think of recycling it in a good and, you know, way that's going to be useful to your mind.
You can upcycle it, can't you?
Yes.
Make it better.
Make it better. Think of it in a different way. Think of it as something, okay, that happened to me. What have I learned from it? What, you know, if it's really of no use, then I just can let it go now.
Let it go.
Let it go. So
let it go and declutter.
And declutter your mind. Allow for new things. It's time to think about what you want to do.
Yeah, September, October, the leaves are falling from the trees.
Yes.
Where the you know, the nature declutters in its own way, doesn't it? And then it recycles.
Yes.
The leaves, the nutrients from the leaves, they go into the ground.
They provide nourishment. Yeah.
New things.
Everything provides nourishment in the end. So no matter what happens to us, we can take what we want from that. And we can keep what we need and just get rid of the rest.
And we have to think, like with that bed was gifted to our mum and dad, wasn't it?
Yes.
By that lovely old lady, lovely couple, that she said that they no longer needed it because, I don't know, they were moving or something, and they've been very happy there. They were that bed. Yeah. I mean, it's like as if it's alive, the bed.
I know, because in our mind, because our mum valued it so much. It is a beautiful oak 4-poster bed, which is quite unusual, and it has all...
Yeah, it's so Victorian, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm sure if we looked it up, it has no value.
No value,
it's probably worth £100.
Absolutely,
maybe.
No,
nothing. It's just pretty and it's sentimental value.
Sentimental, yes.
But I'm just thinking, the way it was gifted to mum and dad, we could gift it to someone.
Well done, yeah.
And then
somebody that really values it.
You know, the history of the bed and the furniture is being passed on.
Well, it's like what we were saying about the friend who likes an item, or giving it to charity. There are people that are really going to appreciate, you know, those old shoes, or, you know, because sometimes it's things that you think, God, I've hardly worn these.
Well, now it's easy because we have I don't know, but
we've got the charity bin, so the recycle.
It's a lot easier now. You're not just thinking, it's going to land waste.
Oh gosh,
it's
no.
Really, you know, it's much easier to declutter today than it was maybe previously, when you were thinking it was just going to go to waste. So that's nice.
Yes.
So, but anyway.
Yeah, but a lot of the times it's, you know, people have difficulty even getting rid of really simple things like shoe boxes. Oh no, I could use this shoe box for something. And in the end you find you've got 25 shoe boxes. What are you going to use them for?
You put your shoes in them.
Well, yeah, if you put, but this, you know, it becomes a bit too much.
Too
It
much.
clutters.
Yeah, because people nowadays, they think, well, I'll put the shoes in them, and then if I want to sell them on, they've got the box.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's true.
But it's got the box. But yes, okay, but how many shoes have you got in your house, and how many boxes have you got? That's a thing to be taken to. Is it cluttering up your whole room?
It could be cluttering up your room, yes, and you're thinking, gosh, no.
Because over the years, you collect stuff. But I think when you have, now we're all getting
you collect
smaller,
stuff. You're right. You
stuff.
collect stuff. You collect feelings too, don't you? You collect everything. You collect memories. Some memories, good. Some memories, not so good. So do you need to have them always in your mind, popping up? Not really. No. They can be put away and used as life experiences.
Yeah, and maybe also like what happens you can put them on the cloud, can't you? You can put them on a virtual cloud that you can imagine in your own head, and just let them kind of float away. And if you every now and again, if you really need to access them, you can. But they're not. They're not making you ill. They're not occupying space in your mind, making you feel cluttered, heavy, anxious.
Exactly. They don't have to be in your mind daily. They can be accessed when you need them for an experience. So for something like as a warning perhaps, and saying, hey, that happened, I didn't like that, do not repeat. But it doesn't have to be going on, replaying in your mind like an old movie every day.
So heavy going, isn't it?
That is boring.
Boring and stressful.
Yes, exactly.
Making you anxious.
Yeah. So let's
let go of those.
Let's
Put
let
them
go.
on the cloud.
Yes.
And declutter your space and your mind, and look forward to new beginnings.
Look forward to having that space. Imagine what it would be like. To live in a decluttered environment.
We're going to go in a decluttering frenzy now.
I know.
Over the next few weeks. Well, let us know what you think. Are you going to declutter? And also you have to be, when decluttering, you have to be mindful and sensitive. Respectful of the people in your lives as well, who might see it as insulting or like a slap in the face if you're going to throw away stuff. Don't go and declutter your partner's,
your kids' rooms, whatever things. You've got to
be mindful of those
mindful
things as well,
yes. Be very mindful of it, because you might be in that phase, and it's okay to do with your stuff, but
your stuff okay, but other people's stuff, no way. Let them do their own decluttering.
Exactly. Empower them.
Come and visit us on Instagram. Come and say hi on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you like, LinkedIn. We're everywhere, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Come and say hi.
We do love it when you send us your messages, when you connect with us. So please do really, connect
and also the podcast is on Apple Podcasts as well, and now you can listen on your browser as well, which is a new thing that Apple's done, and it's very
wonderful.
Nice.
Absolutely.
So you can also listen on your browser or wherever you get your podcast. Come and listen to Get Real with the
English Sisters.
Bye.
Bye.